Good morning, viewers. Today we will be working on equations that deal with roots and radicals. Please like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the channel. Here we see x minus 1 divided by the square root of x plus 1 equals 4 plus the square root of x minus 1 divided by 2. I will accept payments and donations. This will be accepted on PayPal, Current, Chime, and Google Pay. I only accept friends and family transactions on PayPal. The email for my PayPal is mathcoursetutor1@gmail.com. On Current, there is a distilled sign in front, Online Math Tutor 2022. For Chime, $sign up front, Online Math Tutor 2023. And on Google Pay, my email is mathcoursetutor1@gmail.com. Let's get started. So first, we need to put parentheses around x minus 1 and the square root of x plus 1. And then we need to put 4 over 1 to make it a fraction and multiply by the common denominator of 2, because the lowest common denominator for 1 and 2 is 2, so we're going to multiply the 4 over 1 by 2 over 2. So it's going to be x minus 1 divided by the square root of x plus 1 is equal to 2 times 4 is 8 over 2 times 1 is 2, plus, then put square root of x minus 1 over 2. Now we can bring them together on the right hand side because they now have the same denominator. So x minus 1 divided by the square root of x plus 1 is equal to 8 plus square root of x minus 1 divided by 2. And now we need to put parentheses around 8 plus square root of x minus 1. So let's have that marinate there for a second. And then the right hand side can simplify with the 8 and a minus 1, that's 7. So 7 plus the square root of x all over 2. And put parentheses around the 7 plus square root of x and bring down the left hand side of x minus 1 in parentheses divided by the square root of x plus 1 in parentheses. Then we can cross multiply. So 2 times x minus 1. So cross multiply is equal to the square root of x plus 1 times 7 plus square root of x. So, and we distribute or FOIL, so it's going to be 2 times x minus 1 times 2 is equal to, and then we distribute 4 times here, outer, outer, inner, inner. So it's going to be square root of x times 7 plus square root of x times square root of x plus 1 times 7 plus 1 square root of x. So this is going to break down to 2x minus 2 is equal to 7 square root of x, and square root of x, so plus square root of x times square root of x with the square root, and you're multiplying the same object twice, so the object underneath will come out once in the form of x here, and then plus 7, and then plus 1 square root of x. So 2x minus 2 will equal, and then 7 square root of x and plus 1 square root of x will make 8 square root of x. And then plus x, or you can put a 1 in front of that, make it 1x, and then plus 7. So now we can subtract 1x from both sides and subtract 7 from both sides. So 1x minus 9 will equal 8 square root of x. Okay? So let's have that marinate there for a second. So at the end again, we have 1x minus 9 is equal to 8 square root of x. So 1x minus 9 is equal to 8 square root of x. And then we want to square both sides. So it's going to equal 1x minus 9 squared equal to 8 square root of x squared. So that breaks down to 1x minus 9 times 1x minus 9 is equal to 8 square root of x times 8 square root of x. Okay. Outer, outer, inner, inner. So 1x times 1x minus 9x minus, and 1x times minus 9, we can just break that down to 1x times minus 9 instead of simplifying ahead of schedule there. And then minus 9 times 1x, and then minus 9 times negative 9. So this is the left-hand side. And then we simplify that. It's going to equal 1x squared minus 9x plus 81 is equal to 64 square root of x square root of x. So this is going to be 1x squared minus 18x plus 81 equals 64x, because the same square root of x times square root of x, it'll bring an x out. And then subtract 64x to both sides. So 1x squared, negative 18 minus 64 will yield minus 82x plus 81 is equal to 0. And what two factors multiply to be 81 and add to equal negative 82? Well, we know 81 times 1 is 81, so it's going to have to be negative 81 times negative 1, because negative 81 times negative 1 is 81, and if you add them together, we will get negative 82. So 1x squared minus 81x minus 1x plus 81 is equal to 0. Split this in half, and they both have in common a 1x. And then on this side, a negative 1. So 1x pulled out, and then we're left with 1x minus 81. And then a negative 1 out on this side, and we're left with 1x minus 81. Set that equal to 0. And this is called factoring by grouping. Then bring this together, so it's going to be 1x minus 81 times 1x minus 1 equal to 0. So 1x minus 81 equal to 0, and 1x minus 1 is equal to 0. So add 81 to both sides. 1x is equal to 81. Then divide both sides by 1, and x is equal to 81. And then on the other equation, add 1 to both sides. 1x is equal to 1. Then divide both sides by 1, and x is equal to 1. One of these answers won't work because it's considered extraneous. So let's verify. We found solutions of 81 and 1. So we have to plug this back into the original equation of x minus 1 divided by the square root of x minus, actually plus 1, is equal to 4 plus square root of x minus 1 over 2. So let's check x is equal to 81. So 81 minus 1 divided by the square root of 81 plus 1 is equal to 4 plus the square root of 81 minus 1 divided by 2. So 81 minus 1 is 80 over square root of 81 is 9, then plus 1 is equal to 4 plus 9 minus 1 divided by 2, because the square root of 81 is 9. So 80 divided by 9 plus 1, so 80 divided by 10 is equal to 4 plus 9 minus 1 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 80 divided by 10 is 8, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So true. So 81 works. So x equals 81 is a solution. Now let's try 1. Check x equals 1. So 1 minus 1 over the square root of 1 plus 1 is equal to 4 plus square root of 1 minus 1 all over 2. So 1 minus 1 is 0, divided by square root of 1 is 1 plus 1 equals 4 plus square root of 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 all over 2. So 0 divided by 1 plus 1 is 0. It's equal to 4 plus 1 minus 1 is 0 divided by 2. So 0 is not equal to 4. So x equals 1 is extraneous. It means not a real solution. So the only answer that works is x equals 81. So let's have that marinate there for a second. If you need